Okay. So we've got GJ. It's gonna be the star this morning. This morning into this afternoon. So daily is currently bullish. We've broken yesterday's high. 4 hour. Oh my god, why is the 4 hour not moving? Come on, behave. Alright. Alright. So yeah, 4 hour pushing up. We've created that support. We've broken the resistance, but we are coming into this rejection area. So if price respects this area and we're expecting the interest rates to be lowered. I know that much. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. So pound interest rates are expected to be decreased. They're going to drop them. And if that's the case, let me just double check here. So they're looking to drop it by 0.25%. 0.25, so from 4.25 down to 4%. Now typically if interest rates gets reduced, it weakens the currency. So we should see pound get a little weaker against the yen. That's what I'm anticipating today. But then we also have to look at the information that's coming out too. So if they're talking about, you know, gradual, very slow releases, then we could see the pound not really drop too much. We'll have a little pullback, but it will still continue bullish. Right, if they're talking about gradual, very careful, slow, we might not see a massive pound drop. Now, if they decide to cut more than 0.25%, then we'll see a massive drop on pound yen. But for the immediate future, I'm looking for a small pullback and then probably a retest of a key level and then continue bullish. If we do manage to push up, then I'm looking to jump in on the next 15-minute candle. See if I can get into some buys, catch the momentum. Not looking for much, 20-30 pips. Let me get set up over here, get ready. Alright, here we go. Spreads are massive, massive. Alright, what do we do? What do we do here? Crazy push up first. Mad push up. Didn't even get the little drop first. So we did drop 0.25%. Oh, it's a massive push. Massive push. I just need a... Why is this freezing now? Current 4 hour candle was already Alright, nothing to the left until we get to 198. So let's see. Kinda don't want it to get to 198 already. But this was a big move. This is what, 50 pip move? 60 pips? How big is this candle? Oof, 72. Let's see what we how this 5-minute candle closes. Alright, while I wait for the 15-minute candle to close, let's take a look at gold today. So gold is currently just about bullish on the daily time frame, but we've had this pullback from close to the 3400s. 4-hour candle. So we are, currently, see that we pushed up and then we fell back down into, you know, this rangy area that it's been in for the past couple days. Look, literally since Monday, we've pushed up and we've just really been in this 3360s, 3370s, 3380s area. And gold is looking very comfortable here, very, very comfortable here. We do have unemployment claims later. Benny said gold gave me 30 pips, then dropped. Oh, nice. At least you got that 30 pips out of it. Where was it? So it must have been one of these candles. You took the buys, I guess. And then, yeah, man, look at this candle. 9 o'clock, just straight back down to the daily flip. That was a big drop. I was surprised when I saw it there. I'm not gonna lie, cause I was looking, but I saw the push up from down here, 730, and then there was a resistance right here. So I didn't want to take the closure above for this one, so I ended up just leaving it. And then I'm pretty glad, because I'm sure I would have got slapped out by this push. Alright, let's go back to pound yen. So I'm kind of surprised that pound yen has pushed up on this news. Maybe because the interest rates are still higher than the yen. It's still the stronger currency. I need to look and see what the Bank of England was saying about this cut. But either way, you know, the interest rates are still quite high. 4% is still high. My target for the day is actually going to be 199. So yeah, I want up to this daily resistance. That would be good. If I get a decent bottom wick, then I'll be in some buys. See if we can jump in on this push. If not, I mean, if I got a small bottom wick, that's fine, just in case it decides to pull back. But let's see what happens. Oh, come on. GJ, wait for us. The closer it gets to this resistance, the less I want to take the buys. What's up, Rosie? GJ is running without all of us, man. GJ is running. Look at this. What's this? 80 pip move now? 80 pip move. Just a minute left. See if we can jump in. So on a 15-minute bottom wick, break the high and keep pushing. Decent bottom wick. Alright, let's see if we can get jumping on this volume. Catch some of this push. The longer the bottom wick, the better, because that will give us a nice stop loss. It'll give me a nice stop loss. Dum, dum, dum. Just need this 15 minutes to flip, push, break the high and keep going. But if GJ is going to continue bullish, looking to jump in on this 30-minute candle, you know, while the volume's there. That's what these 5-minute candles are doing. See if they're creating structure. Let's see if it pulls back too much and I won't get into any trades. So GJ's chilling. Rosie, my target is 4-hour resistance. Yes, same. Look, 4-hour and daily. This is quite a strong resistance from like a couple weeks ago, or even last week, maybe last week or the week before. Yeah, so it's been a while now. It's been a while. I've had 199 on the table. Look, yeah, man, weeks, and at least like 2 weeks now. I mean, looking at the daily, you know, from Monday was calling this support here a higher low, and the structure was still bullish. Even though we broke this low here, you know, we're still maintaining uptrend structure as long as we had these bullish candles. Now, if we got a bearish candle and a lower high, then we could be, you know, respecting downtrend structure on this side. But I mean, this is just one massive day where we had this pullback. I think that was this NFP? I believe it was. Yeah, it was NFP. We just drove straight down, but fundamentally pound yen is still quite bullish, so I still think we get a push up. Might not be right now. We might have to wait for some structure, which would be fine. We've got 6 minutes left for this candle. Caswell, what's going on? What's good? What's goody? Waiting for nah, man, dude, we didn't catch the move. It was news. It was pound. It was interest rates, pound interest rates. So I mean, it moved so quick. We weren't even able to jump in on the retest because as soon as it slipped like crazy, like the buy price and then the sell price was like down here 197. So I wouldn't even been able to jump in as soon as the news hit because of that spread. Massive spread. It's just not worth it. So now you just gotta wait. So we're trying to wait for the 15-minute candle to get in on the momentum. But as you can see, 15-minute candle hasn't broken the high. It's pulled back. Why the buy stop? Because I'm thinking about momentum, I'm thinking about volume, I'm thinking about what's making pound yen push right now. So yes, there's a resistance here, but then there's also not another resistance until way up here. And my target is this 4-hour level. So I'm looking for, right now I'm looking for some structure. If that comes on a 15-minute time frame, that's fine. But they've just released the interest rates, which is very bullish for GJ. And if it's going to continue up, it's going to break past this level here. So that's why. But it's been a massive move already, so now I'll probably have to wait for some structure before it continues. Because even though they reduced the interest rates to 4%, it's still pretty high. Having a 4% interest rate is quite high. And the target is usually like 2%. I think they said 2% was the target, I believe. But if the next 15-minute candle comes down and breaks this previous 15-minute candle low, then I'll delete the buy stop, wait for some structure, wait for support, and then get in on the buys up. But because I believe GJ is gonna probably get to like 199 today, I'm gonna have to take a trade past this resistance, aren't I? Alright, so I'm gonna see what the next 15-minute candle does, and then I might have to just reset. Alright, let's see what this 15-minute candle does. We keep pulling back, then I'll delete the buy stop, and then wait for some structure, and then maybe we'll get a lower entry for the push up. That'll be even better, to be fair, rather than buying at the highs. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, there we go, it's broken that low, so I'm going to delete this buy stop and then wait for a support. See, gold is pushing back up again. Sort this thing out real quick. Look at gold. Gold loves this range right here. 33.65, 33.83. Let's see if GJ continues up. If it doesn't, it's got a long candle. What was this candle? 80 pips to retrace. Then wants to come back down. Yeah, about 80 pips. Massive candle, massive candle. But yeah, this push up, I mean, I was looking at the lower time frames. I like to look at the lower time frames after news, see if I can jump in the momentum. At the 5-minute time frame, I mean, after the initial push, maybe could have got 30 pips out of it, and then it would have come right back down to, I won't even say the entry, because would I have got in right here? Maybe not. Didn't even have a bottom wick. Yeah, not the would have been quite difficult to get in on that 5-minute as well, to be honest. Continues bullish. Where is it coming back down to? I don't know. I don't see it coming all the way back down to retest this resistance. I don't see it coming all the way back down. Especially when the daily is so bullish. Like, we've respected yesterday's low, we've broken the high, we're pretty bullish today. And the news is very bullish for GJ, so let's see. Just wait for that structure now. Just gonna wait for that structure. Definitely got to use the lower time frame, especially when you have this big candle right here. One sec. Yeah, hello, 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 hello. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? Oh, gold started dropping again. Retested this resistance, came back in range, of course, of course. It's a big range, but it's still, yeah, it's difficult to trade it. Range within the range, that's not what I wanted to do. Got a little support here. Good morning, good morning. Alright, GJ, come on, what are you gonna do? Gonna continue bullish for us? And gold. Right, if I'm just looking at the immediate structure, as in forgetting about these resistances here, well, I would anyway because they've already been broken. I have this range. So from 33.96 down to the support 230 pips. Now if price can push above this 4-hour level here, then I would consider the buyers back to the resistance. But this has been a massive drop. This was a big drop. This single candle right here, 220 pips. I don't know what caused that drop, whether it's just profit taking because it got close to the 3400s. I know we did have another pullback from this area. Look at that, what was that, last week before, a while back. Maybe because it's a 4-hour level as well. But I know gold is content with being in this range. So ideally, a 4-hour candle closing outside of the range would be good, because look, we didn't do it at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock candle, even though we had that massive push up, we fell right back in. So if this current candle here can close above, that would be good. Do have unemployment claims in 45 minutes, around 45 minutes. So that unemployment claims could give us the push out of this range. But for now, GJ is chilling. There's no more momentum. The momentum's dropped off. Where was I? from a 15-minute candle, give us a little support here. And he said, "Gold will have a strong breakout." I hope so. I hope so. I'm kind of bored of seeing these same prices. I hope so. I don't know if it's waiting for like fundamentals or something, because range just means it's not bullish, it's not bearish. It's just there's nothing driving it at the moment. So we got unemployment claims, so that should be a good little push. I think we'll get a good push out of that. GJ still pulling back. Gold still in the range. M30 continuation pattern for GJ. That would be good. That would be good. That would be. So we would need the 15-minute to close bullish, and then create a small body. Well, we need one of the 15-minute candles to close bullish. Well, it would need to be this one. Just to flip up a bit. Just a little. Just give us a small body. And then potentially a break of that high. And we can take it all the way up if it decides to continue up. There we go. Go on, give us that bullish close so we can get that continuation pattern. Alright, 7 minutes. It's looking good, it's looking good. Still not pushing up much yet. We've got 4 minutes left. Gold still closing down here. Now looking at gold and the 4-hour time frame, the fact that we sort of pushed up, respected this previous high, even though we're like 200 pips away from the high, we're pretty close to the low. So if this news is bearish for gold, or if the unemployment claims come out good and that turns out to be bearish for gold, I think we break this 4-hour low and then we keep pushing down. But we're pushing right into this 4-hour support, which has been pretty strong. 67 pips. Yeah, no, it doesn't really look good. Yeah, no continuation pattern for GJ right here. I don't know, this, I prefer it to have a smaller bearish body, more like a rejection. But I mean, the wick, the bottom wick and the candle body are pretty even. In fact, it looks like the body is even longer than the wick, so it's more of a nice resistance here than a weak one. You've got a stronger resistance than a weak one. So definitely got to wait for some structure. I need a good support now. If this decides to pull back a little bit more, I don't know if it comes all the way back down to retest 197, but I want a support formed. So potentially a bit more of a pullback, support, and then take the buyers up to 198. If it closes, if it decides to come pull back all the way back below 197, then I think we sell. Maybe get some bigger sells. Alright, now we've got to wait for this news in 30 minutes. Oh, now we're getting a push up. Or this could just be the top wick. Continuation pattern is super tempting. It is. I just would have preferred to have a weaker bearish candle. Does look good though. Break of the highs and taking buys. That rhymes. It's not bad, you know, it wouldn't be a bad move to be fair. Look, breaking the high, got 27 pip stop loss. 30 pips up to that resistance. Probably go break even at the wick fill at 16 pips. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. 15-minute looks good. Respecting the previous low, broke that high. Alright, yeah, no, it looks good, looks good. Alright, let's get this thing set up. So I'm gonna put a buy stop. At the break of that high, it's got a 197.77. On my broadcast, a little bit higher right there. Too many keyboards. I was waiting for some structure. Looks like we're getting a support on the 15. Alright, let's go. So stop loss will be below this previous candle here. For my stop loss is 28 pips. 28 pips. So on 197.49. Alright, DJ, show us what you can do. I've been tapped in here. 197.77. Stop loss 197.49. So my actual TP is all the way up at 199. It's like up here, but I will start managing risk once price gets to this resistance, if it comes up here. Even if I get a wick fill, I might move my stop loss to break even. No, it's a bit tight. It's gonna be a bit tight. How many pips away? 30 pips. What's the high of this candle? 93. So GJ just needed a little pullback before the buys. We waited for it. We waited for it. After that news at 12. Up 10 pips. Let's push, feel that wick, break the high. Filled that wick to the left. I know, man. Sometimes you gotta talk to GJ like, come on, push, keep going, let's go. Goes chilling. I've got to survive this news as well, because unemployment claims can affect pound yen too. So hopefully it has a bullish impact. This is good. We're filling the wick. This is real good. Come on, fill that wick. Good as that actually didn't get slipped. It's great. Now my TP is like 130 pips away. I don't know if I'll be able to hold it that long, but I am expecting, if it does push up, I'm expecting some pullbacks on the way up. But I do think before news, I want to, ideally I'll be at break even. Let me check. That's the wrong browser. Okay, so just read a headline. The Bank of England governor warns against cutting borrowing costs too quickly after rate cut to 4%. Perfect. So they're not rushing to reduce these rates, which is probably why GJ is pushing. This is perfect. This is perfect. So yeah, so that's very bullish for pound. The fact that they're not trying to rush reducing the rates. That's good, that's good. Yeah. So no rush to cut anymore. That's perfect. That's perfect. So that's why we're getting some pound strength. Got to look out for these headlines, you know, because rates being reduced typically weakens the currency. But the fact that they're like, yeah, we'll cut it, but real slow, and we're still at 4%, which is pretty high. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, 13 minutes. Let's see, 15-minute candle. Nice push up, broken that previous resistance, closed above. Yeah, GJ should continue. GJ should continue. Wow, what's that? Nearly. Alright, do we survive this news? Oh shoot. slow push up, but we've broken the high, we respected the low, we should keep going. Come on, feel that wick. I kind of want it to be at break even at least before this news in 8 minutes. So hopefully before the candle closes we get a bit of a push up. So we're very close to entry. See if we get that last 5-minute push. You're not going the right way. No bueno. GJ. Couldn't quite feel that wick. Couldn't quite feel that wick. If this candle flips bearish, it's not a good look. Damn, 1 minute till this news. We're going the wrong way. If this news is going to be bullish for gold, GJ might drop. It looks like gold's pushing up. No bueno. What are we down? 12 pips. Spreads. The spread knocked me out of that trade. The spread actually tapped me out. Crazy. I had a feeling that would happen. And look, gold's pushing. I actually got knocked out of that trade by the spreads. What's good, Ash? GJ's trying to slap me around right now. That's annoying. Alright, so what's the result of that news? Bad numbers, but not even crazy bad. So we're gonna see gold push, finally break out of this range. What happened to gold to make that drop? Listen, I have no idea. I just watched gold fall. No idea. literally got taken out by spread on GJ, which is crazy. Which is actually crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's, I feel like it was just profit taking really. Like near the 3400s, and then we had these wicks to the left. But yeah, I think that news was bad numbers, so potentially should be bullish for gold. Yeah, I don't know, man. But maybe we can finally break out of this range. That would be great. That would be real good. But looking at the 4 hour, look, we didn't break that previous low, so we could get a wick fill. If we push out of this range, we could get a wick fill here, and maybe a closure above 33.92, this last 4 hour resistance. And we have this clean range all the way up. If gold wants to stay bullish, that would be nice. Finally out of this area. Jeez. That's it, Goldie. Gold to 3400 about the games, please. I mean, you asked nicely. You said please. I feel like it should listen. I feel like it should listen. You asked real nice. Real nice. GJ is not looking good. Once this candle closed weak, very weak bullish, it weren't looking good. It weren't looking good to continue up, and especially when it didn't fill this wick. Yeah, GJ is not looking good. But gold now, where are we going? Man, look at this push. I wonder if we'll go. I wonder if gold will try to push to prior H4 high before. What price are you talking about? Are you talking about 33.92? I would like it to. The high wick of the last. Oh. Got you. Like a wick fill. I mean, got 23 minutes. I just want it to close above this resistance. This is really what I want. To about 50 pips from here. Just want it to close above, and then next candle make a low, and then just keep pushing. I just want to break out of this range right here. Out of this range, and then past this last lower high. It's definitely not too ambitious. Asking for it to fill that wick with like 130 pips. It's just over half for this candle. It's not ambitious. It's very realistic. It could very much so happen. Very much so. Ooh, I want to save that. Let's copy that. What's GJ doing? GJ's falling. Yep, now it looks like a continuation pattern to the downside. When you said GJ sales look good now, facts. They actually do. Like, it's obvious the momentum from the news couldn't continue pushing GJ up. So I think if it does want to continue, it has to pull back. I think we might get a retest of this resistance now, and then push back up, like trickle up slowly. That's kind of where my head is at for pound yen anyway. I want gold. I want some gold buyers today. I want more gold buyers, me too. Did you You catch some buys earlier, Ash. Got into buys last night at 33.73, no TP. I was hoping for a rocket. I did set a stop loss. My surprise to wake up and see gold move 200 pips on my entry. But when I woke up, price was back at my entry. It sure did come right back down. You see when it comes right back to your entry as well, it's like, is the market watching me? That was a crazy drop and I watched it happen too. It just literally just went straight down. It was so weird because even I was looking around like, what happened? I was looking for news, anything, nothing, it just dropped. I didn't find anything anyway. Yeah, madness. But I still think gold is, I mean, the daily is bullish, 4 hours bullish. I don't see how we don't continue up. Oh, we're coming back into this range. Please, I really don't want this 4-hour candle to close back in this range. I really don't. Even the buyers up ain't looking too great right now. Damn. So gold range is where my patience thin, quite a rejection in the into the Asian range. Listen, this range on gold is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Just break out already, please. Tired of seeing these prices. I was saying that earlier. Like, I thought unemployment claims might just give gold that push out of this 4-hour level, these 4-hour highs and lows, and we continue up, but I don't know. Do we have news tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Nothing. Great. So I don't know. I think we might be here to the end of this week. What's next week? Do you have any news next week? Any high impact news? What we got? Okay, we got CPI next week. That's good. On the 12th. Then we have PPI too. And then retail sales, and then consumer sentiment. Retail sales and consumer sentiment on the same day. I don't know. Maybe we're waiting for CPI. Nah, we can't stay. We can't stay in this range all the way up until Tuesday. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But I would like a nice push up out of here. I mean, look at this rejection. Look at this rejection. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Feels like a big, massive. I mean, the daily is staying bullish, which is good. We broke yesterday's high, which is good, respected the low. So I mean, the bullish bias is there. It's there. The 4-hour, we're pushing up from this 4-hour support, which is a very strong support. So I mean, we had two nice wick rejections up from this support, or 3 if you include this bearish one. We tapped it, pushed back up. 4-hour candles are respecting the previous lows, so they're trending up. Do you know what I mean? It's the buys are there. The buys are there, but are they sustainable? That's the problem right now. The buyers aren't staying. They're not buying. The buyers aren't buying. Crazy. Where we at? How long? 7 minutes. 7 minutes till this 4-hour candle closes. I don't know if we'll finally get at least a closure outside of this range. but this could just be the bottom wick because it was news, there was news, and it did just push right up. So I'm hoping this is just a bottom wick. What's pound yen doing? Pound yen is doing nothing. So I wanted to be out of that trade before news. I didn't know how news was going to react, and I knew there was going to be a spread. Either way, I would have been stopped out because my stop loss was below this candle, so it would have stopped me out anyway. But I think once this candle was very weak bearish, I knew there was something I didn't like about it. And then when the 1 hour candle, when I looked at the 1 hour and it hadn't quite filled this wick, like, obviously they say be mechanical in your trades or whatever, but sometimes you get a feeling, like if something is not doing what it's supposed to do, you have a feeling. You should take that instinct, definitely. What's this? Yeah, shit. Alright, so we got a bottom wick. Just need that last little push. Look at these top wicks on these 4 hour candles. My stomach is talking, I need some food. Look at GJ. Look at GJ. Forget GJ. Alright, 3 minutes ago. Just over 3 minutes ago. Sells if gold stays in the range. Nah, not for me. I wouldn't. Not just based on the fact that we're staying in this range, because we've got support here, you know, support down here, support here. The range is too small. Even though I would be playing it 4 hour to 4 hour, but so what I'd be looking for, because I'm still quite bullish on gold, as long as the daily stays bullish, I'm bullish on gold. Yeah, so if gold comes down, even if it comes down to this support down here, 33.68, 33.69, if it respects this support, because it's not breaking yesterday's low, I'll be looking at buyers back up. So if it comes down to this level and it holds, I'm looking at buyers back up. I am indeed. But I don't know, I think no high impact news coming, nothing tomorrow, nothing fundamentally driving gold right now. I think we stay in the range and we wait for a big breakout. pushing even further into the range with 1 minute to go. So we close back in the range. GJ closed with a support, pushing up. Lovely. Right, so let's see. Man, we didn't even feel the wick of the previous 4-hour candle. We came close, but it's that rejection again. So I mean, all rejection wicks right up here. But if gold wants to continue up, then I'm looking for probably a retest. So a retest of any of these supports right here. A retest. Oh, do you know what? Because I've got the daily flip there. Let's do a little zone there. Or down here. So I'm looking for a retest of 33.78, 33.72, or 33.69, just to round it up, for the buyers back up. Now, if gold flips bearish and we break below this 4-hour support, but we close below, so it won't be for another 4 hours, but if we do manage to close below this support, then and we push down, fill yesterday's bottom wick, and then break the low, then I think we'll get more sales down. I don't see it because we've already broken the high from yesterday, so I think we're gonna push up more, but that would be my conditions for a sell. Now, it's over 200 pips away, so it's ambitious. On GJ now, GJ, if it creates a nicer bottom wick for the 4-hour and then it breaks the high, I'm still looking at buys up to 199, up to 199. Look, the daily's very bullish. You've still got this whole wick to retrace, so I think this happens by the end of this week. If for some reason we pull back tomorrow, then you know we get a lower high, and then maybe we just continue the sales down. But for right now, I'm still looking at GJ continue bullish, especially with the interest rates staying as high as they were today. I'm more bullish on pound yen, still bullish on pound yen, I would say, still bullish on pound yen. So yeah, that's it for me today. That's it for me. Now I just gotta wait for some retests. Even for the buys on gold, I need a closure. I need a candle to close above, for one, this 4-hour resistance, and then potentially break this high here and then continue up. I want the 4 hour to break the high, so it all depends on this 4 hour candle. If we can break the high, I think we get a push. We feel, you know, this 4 hour candle's top wick and then keep pushing up. So that's my plan for today. Markets, man, this is not nice. This is not nice right now. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I've got a bit of waiting to do for the next one. Unfortunately, GJ didn't continue up to give us those lovely buys after the news. If we get a lower high here, I really do think we're gonna pull back some. Retrace this push up in this range. But yeah, guys, back tomorrow where we have no news. I believe there was nothing tomorrow. Nice easy day. I say that, but hopefully we're not just ranging, you know. But yeah, guys, back tomorrow. Yeah, back to the normal time as well. Obviously started a bit earlier for the interest rates today. And yeah, so 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. tomorrow, 12:30, 12. I'll see you then, yeah? Peace. Yeehaw, Benny, Caswell, Rosie, Ash. Peace out, guys.